Brentnall, the fullback, to play it. Dagwell again at dummy half. To Morgan this time. And back nicely to Hewson. And if Hewson gets half a gap, he's a very dangerous man because he's got a tremendous change of pace and excellent speed. Fifth tackle indicated as Dagwell kicks, and that's out on the full line. Now it's McMartin at dummy half to Beetson. Nice little dummy from Beetson, and that's Raudonikis inside the quarter. Sydney well on the attack again, but that's the fifth tackle. That's pick up, Fulton, and a collision. Fulton, teammates at Queanbeyan. Hewson to Ballasty again. Over halfway. Look for somebody trying to get that ball away. And that's Fairfax inside the quarter line. McDonald's missed him. Good run by Fairfax. Got it away to Schubert. Held by Fay. Back to Fairfax. And Fairfax is about 15 metres on Sydney's second possession, just on Sydney's side of the halfway line. And the tackle count restarts. That's Sate. Sate just in country's half. Back to Raudonikis. And the tackler was Ballasty. That's McMartin to McCarthy. Reverse then to pick up through the gap. Up towards the quarter line. He's got Fulton outside, but inside it goes to McMartin and on towards Coote, who can't hold it. Knock on. Backwards and forwards across field at the moment. McMartin to Beetson. Beetson makes a bit of ground. 12 or 13 metres in country's half. McMartin at dummy half. Stevens through McCarthy, right out to Schubert on the wing. Schubert around Fay, but good tackling by Cronin on the country quarter line. Country, 5 scrums to country, 4 to Sydney. So Dagwell doing very well. That's McCarthy for Sydney, just outside his own quarter line. Raudonikis at dummy half. Beetson. Push Martin away, but held by Cronin, who's taken the ball away from him. Cronin over the quarter line. He's got plenty of pace. He'll score. Cronin in for the try for country. A good try by Mick Cronin. And it's 4-3 in favour of Sydney after 31 minutes. Cronin for the conversion attempt just outside the quarter, 12 metres in from touch, and that's a good kick by Mick Cronin, converting his own try, and country hits the lead. 5-4, 8 minutes before half-time. Outside his own quarter line. Dagwell. Fogarty on the burst, and out to Morgan. Back to Bertoldo, in Sydney's half. That's Fay on the wing, only Schubert, Fairfax to beat. Can't beat him. That's Bertoldo backing up. Good play by country, but they've lost the ball now. Sydney and country side of the halfway line. Fogarty putting it high in the air, but he's the only one coming through. Fairfax. Unusual for Fairfax to drop the ball, but he's beaten Fogarty and Hewson, but won't beat Cronin. Well tackled, 12 metre to Raudonikis, and he's caught by the same tackler, Ballasty. Well, that's not good football, very poor football by Sydney. Coote. Held by McDonald and Morgan, and fisticuffs, Coote and Morgan. Perhaps the game needs something like that, Les, to stir up these players.
Yes, a couple of old teammates there, Ron Coote and Timmy Morgan, both former players of South Sydney.
Getting up to play the ball, that was Hewson. Brentnall. Brentnall about 8 metres short of the halfway line now, still in country's half. Dagwell. Out to Fay, and a good run by Fay. Beat Schubert nicely, up to the quarter line. Dagwell looking for the pass inside, but the winger...
Good try, so up to Dagwell, the hooker.
Country's ball, Hewson to Martin. Nicely cut out one play. That's Brentnall from fullback. Back to Martin. Kennedy. Kennedy, well taken by Pickup. Right on the Sydney quarter line. Country on the attack. That's Brentnall. And out to Hewson. And back to Cronin. Cronin nearly there. He's lost it right on the line. Knock on with Bertoldo picking up in goal. And it's going to be a country ball. Hewson to Martin. Got the ball away nicely. And that's a very good run by country. Hewson only 10 metres short of the line. Back to, missed by Ballasty, but picked up there by Bertoldo. 10 metres out from the Sydney line. Hewson Hewson looking for the line himself, and he's through. It's a good try by the Country half, and that makes it 10 points to 4 in favour of Country.
Can't put it together at all here today, so I think if they're going to get into the game, it'll be either that ball in the air or an individual effort by Fairfax or one of their individual players.
Hewson, I don't know how that happened, but Hewson was hit then as he put the ball in the scrum, I'm sure accidentally. But now there's a penalty against Sydney for collapse. And Fulton finds the line right on the Country quarter line. McMartin with the free kick. Coote beats in. And that's McCarthy on the burst. Just over the quarter line. So Sydney on the attack once more. McMartin, Rhodonicus, pick up. Pick up just inside the quarter. Stevens now at dummy half. Beatson. Can't get it away this time, can he? Yes, he does. And that's Fulton. Fulton well inside the quarter. Schubert for the corner. And has he scored or has he bounced it? The referee is ordering a goal line dropout. Knock on in goal by Schubert. Didn't get that ball down cleanly. Towards the dressing room as Mick Cronin kicks off for Sydney. And that's an unusual one from Beatson. Kicking the ball back to his supports. That's Pickup. Out of one tackle, but not the second. Caught by Dagnall and Hewson, kicking in the team so far. And Rogers really had a great game against Country seconds. Now it's gone out to Fulton in the centre. Fulton down towards the Country quarter line. Anderson on the wing. Hewson there to tackle. Great cover tackle by Hewson, the Country half. And I think the ball might have been lost in that.
England coming away from New South Wales at the sports ground, now leading by 29 points to 18.
Coote has lost it, which has been very sound. McMartin back towards Stevens. Stevens out of a couple of tackles. Only 10 metres out from the line. Back to Higgs. And Higgs is close. Held by Bertoldo and winger Fay. Back in the fifth tackle it comes. And out through Withers to McCarthy. And then on to Coote. Coote has beaten a tackle by Ballasty and he's in. A try by Coote. Beat his opposite number Ballasty. And scores Sydney's first try to make it 14-9 in favour of Country. It's a long one, well back over the halfway line. Well taken by Brentnall. Brentnall back towards halfway. Well, that's a solid tackle there from Mark Harris. Hewson. And he's gone right through them. Good run by Hewson, only the full-back left, but he won't beat Fairfax. A good tackle by Fairfax inside the Sydney quarter. And that's Dagwell at dummy half. Got it away to Fay. Fay down about 12 metres out from the line. Dagwell. Bertoldo. Bertoldo looks for the line, but held up about 10 metres out. Now it's Dagwell at dummy half again. To Martin. And on to Cronin. Cronin not far out. Held in the tackle, can't get it away. That's the fifth tackle now. And Dagwell from dummy half. Looks for the line himself, but the referee will order the scrum now. Sixth tackle on Country. About 3.5 minutes left, and it's 14-9 in favour of Country.
What a situation for that match-winning field goal that is now. Just 1 point, and Sydney can't possibly score twice.
Scrum screwing badly, and it's Country's ball, and he's over. Yes, it looks like Ballasty, is it, or Martin? Wait till he gets up. Can't see him properly. It was John Ballasty. John Ballasty standing off the scrum then. The ball had actually come out and was kicked towards Ballasty. Mick Cronin now attempting to make it 19-9, and he's done it. 10 points between the teams. New South Wales Country first, 19. Sydney first, 9, and about 2 minutes left.
Sydney have obliged,